Hi, welcome to Dixys Storytime World. Kids, are you ready to meet Max the Squirrel in this awesome book called The Little Squirrel and the Magic Nut, written by Ghislain Labrie? To get your copy of this book, please check the links in the description at the bottom of this video. Once upon a time, in a beautiful enchanted forest, there lived a little squirrel named Max. Max was a very curious and playful squirrel. Every day he jumped from branch to branch in search of exciting adventures. Max was not only curious, but also very generous. Whenever he found something delicious, like a fallen apple or a ripe acorn, he always shared it with his forest friends. One day, as he was happily hopping along, he helped a little mouse out of a hole it had got stuck in. His kindness won him many friends among the forest animals who were very fond of him. Max was particularly fond of walking near the big oak tree, where he spent hours observing the other animals of the forest. He admired the owls perched on the high branches, the hares leaping in the bushes, and the birds singing happy melodies. This was his favorite place, a place where he felt at peace. One morning, Max decided to explore a part of the forest he'd never visited before. He discovered a hidden stream with crystal clear water and colorful fish swimming gracefully. Max was fascinated by the beauty of the place and decided to make it his secret spot. One autumn day, as the leaves began to fall from the trees, Max discovered something very special hidden under a leaf, a small, shiny golden hazelnut. Intrigued, he picked it up in his little paws and examined it closely. "Do you know who I am?" the hazel suddenly asked. Max gasped in surprise. "Oh, a talking hazelnut!" he exclaimed, his eyes wide with surprise. "Yes, I'm a magic hazelnut," replied the hazel, laughing softly. "I can grant a wish to anyone who finds me. What is your wish, dear squirrel?" Max thought for a moment. "I wish all my friends in the forest to be happy and safe." With that, the hazelnut began to glow brightly, and a gentle, magical breeze spread throughout the forest. The birds sang more joyfully, the rabbits jumped higher, and even the trees seemed to dance with joy. As the magic worked, Max felt a gentle warmth fill his heart. He realized that his wish was changing the whole forest for the better. He saw animals who had once been sad or lonely draw closer together, creating stronger bonds of friendship. Wolves, once solitary, joined deer in a joyful dance, and owls began to sing soothing melodies in the moonlight. Max's days were filled with joy as he watched the forest flourish. He spent his mornings playing with the young animals, teaching them how to find food and stay safe. In the afternoons, he gathered with his friends to share stories and laughter. The forest had never been so lively and harmonious. One evening, as the sun set and painted the sky in shades of orange and pink, Max sat by the stream and reflected on his adventures. He felt grateful for the magic hazelnut and the happiness it had brought his friends. The forest was now a place of unity and joy, and Max felt deeply fulfilled. "Thank you, little hazelnut. You've made the forest even more wonderful," Max says with a smile. But suddenly, a sinister growl could be heard in the distance. It was Nibbles, the evil forest fox who had heard about the magic hazelnut and wanted to steal it for his own selfish desires. "Ha ha ha! I'll become king of the forest with this hazelnut," roared Nibbles as he rushed towards Max. Max knew he had to protect the magic hazelnut. He ran as fast as his little legs could carry him, leaping from branch to branch to escape Nibbles. But the fox was fast and cunning and drew even closer. Reaching the top of a tree, Max looked around in despair. How could he escape Nibbles? Then he remembered the power of the magic hazelnut. With a last effort, he held the hazelnut out to the fox and said, "I wish Nibbles to be kind and loving." The hazelnut glowed again, enveloping Nibbles in a soft, warm light. When the light went out, the fox was transformed. He looked at Max with his eyes full of gratitude. Nibbles, overwhelmed by a sudden wave of kindness, stopped in his tracks. His eyes softened and he looked at Max with a new respect. "I'm sorry, Max," he said, his voice full of remorse. "I was wrong. Greed isn't the answer. I promise to be a better animal from now on." Moved by Nibbles' transformation, Max smiles and offers the hazelnut to the fox. "You can keep it," he says. "Perhaps it can help you spread goodness in the forest." Nibbles took the hazelnut gratefully and promised to use her magic for the good of all. From that day on, Nibbles became the kindest fox in the forest. He helped animals in need, protected the young, and even befriended the squirrels, once his sworn enemies. Thanks to Max's generosity and Nibbles' redemption, the forest became a harmonious place where all creatures lived in peace and happiness. Max, the little squirrel with the big heart, had changed the fate of the enchanted forest forever. "Thank you, little squirrel, for showing me true kindness," said Nibbles in a gentle voice. Max smiled, knowing that his forest was now safe and that even the meanest creatures could change if they really wanted to. And so Max the squirrel and Nibbles the fox became best friends in the forest, living happily together for the rest of their lives. The end. I hope you enjoyed this story as much as I did, kids. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel and want to stay up to date on all these awesome stories, ask a grown-up to click on the subscribe button. We're also available on the Kids YouTube app. Bye for now.